an architect designs a house on paper. The bedroom on the drawing measures 4 centimeters by 3 centimeters. But the real bedroom is 6 meters by 4.5 meters. How did they go from 4 centimeters to 6 meters? A map shows two cities 5 centimeters apart. The real distance between them is 250 kilometers. Both of these problems use the same mathematical idea, scale drawings. And once you understand scale, you can read any map, interpret any floor plan, and solve any scale problem your exam throws at you. Welcome back to the Ratios, Rates, and Proportions series. Today's topic is scale drawings and maps. A scale drawing is an accurate representation of a real object, drawn smaller or larger, using a fixed ratio. That fixed ratio is called the scale factor. The scale factor tells you the relationship between the drawing and reality. A scale of 1 to 50 means every 1 unit on the drawing represents 50 units in real life. A scale of 1 to 100 means every 1 unit on the drawing represents 100 units in real life. The larger the second number, the smaller the drawing appears, compared to reality. Scale drawings are used everywhere: maps, architectural plans, engineering blueprints, model making, and even Google Maps on your phone. A scale is always written as a ratio. For example, 1:50, 1:100, or 1:25,000. The first number always represents the drawing. The second number always represents reality. So, 150 means 1 centimeter on the drawing equals 50 centimeters in real life. Or, 1 millimeter on the drawing equals 50 millimeters in real life. The units must always match on both sides. Here is an important point. A scale of 1:50 and a scale of 1:100, which one makes a bigger drawing? 150 makes a bigger drawing. Because each unit on paper represents only 50 real units, so you need more paper to show the same real object. 1:100 makes a smaller drawing. Each unit represents 100 real units, so the drawing shrinks more. Every scale drawing problem is one of 3 types. Type 1. Find the real measurement. You know the drawing measurement and the scale. Multiply the drawing measurement by the scale factor. Type 2. Find the drawing measurement. You know the real measurement and the scale. Divide the real measurement by the scale factor. Type 3. Find the scale. You know both the drawing and real measurements. Write them as a ratio and simplify. Memorize these 3 types. Every scale problem fits one of them. Let's solve a type 1 problem. A floor plan uses a scale of 1 to 50. A room on the plan measures 6 centimeters long. What is the real length of the room? Type 1. Find the real measurement. Multiply. Real length equals drawing length multiplied by scale factor. 6 centimeters multiplied by 50 equals 300 centimeters. Convert to meters. 300 centimeters equals 3 meters. The real room is 3 meters long. Now, a type 2 problem. A garden is 15 meters long in real life. A landscape architect draws it using a scale of 1:300. What length should the garden be on the drawing? Type 2. Find the drawing measurement. Divide. Drawing length equals real length divided by scale factor. First, convert 15 meters to centimeters. 15 meters equals 1,500 centimeters. 1,500 divided by 300 equals 5 centimeters. The garden should be drawn as 5 centimeters on the plan. Important. Always work in the same units before dividing. Converting to centimeters first avoids errors. Now, a type 3 problem. On a map, the distance between 2 towns is 4 centimeters. The actual distance between the towns is 20 kilometers. What is the scale of the map? Type 3. Find the scale. Write as a ratio and simplify. First, convert both to the same unit. 20 kilometers equals 2 million centimeters. Scale equals drawing to real. 4 to 2 million. Simplify by dividing both by 4. 1 to 500,000. The scale of the map is 1 to 500,000. This means 1 centimeter on the map represents 500,000 centimeters, or 5 kilometers in real life. Let's now solve a full map reading problem. A map has a scale of 1:25,000. Two villages are 8 centimeters apart on the map. Question 1. What is the real distance between the villages? Real distance equals 8 multiplied by 25,000 equals 200,000 centimeters. Convert. 200,000 centimeters equals 2 kilometers. Question 2. A road is 4.5 kilometers long in real life. How long is it on the map? Convert 4.5 kilometers to centimeters. 4.5 multiplied by 100,000 equals 450,000 centimeters. Drawing length equals 450,000 divided by 25,000 equals 18 centimeters. Here is a concept that separates grade 7 from grade 8 level. Scale factor and area. When you scale a drawing, lengths scale by the scale factor. But areas scale by the scale factor squared. This is because area involves two dimensions, length and width, and both get scaled. Example. A square room is 3 centimeters by 3 centimeters on a drawing, with scale 1 to 100. Real dimensions. 3 multiplied by 100 equals 300 centimeters, or 3 meters each side. Drawing area. 3 times 3 equals 9 square centimeters. Real area. 300 times 300 equals 90,000 square centimeters, or 9 square meters. The scale factor is 100. The area scaled by 100 squared, which is 10,000. 9 square centimeters multiplied by 10,000 equals 90,000 square centimeters. Correct. Always remember, lengths multiply by the scale factor. Areas multiply by the scale factor squared. Let's try a full area scaling problem. A bedroom on a floor plan measures 4 centimeters by 3 centimeters. The scale is 1:75. Question 1. What are the real dimensions of the bedroom? Length. 4 multiplied by 75 equals 300 centimeters equals 3 meters. Width. 3 multiplied by 75 equals 225 centimeters equals 2.25 meters. Question 2. What is the real area of the bedroom? Real area equals 3 multiplied by 2.25 equals 6.75 square meters. Or, using the area scale factor, drawing area equals 4 times 3 equals 12 square centimeters. Scale factor squared equals 75 squared equals 5625. Real area equals 12 multiplied by 5625 equals 67,500 square centimeters equals 6.75 square meters. Both methods give the same answer. Here is the most common scale drawing mistake. A student is asked, the scale is 1:200. A wall on the drawing is 3.5 centimeters. What is the real length in meters? The student multiplies 3.5 times 200 equals 700. Then writes 700 meters as the answer. That is wrong. 3.5 centimeters times 200 equals 700 centimeters, not 700 meters. 700 centimeters equals 7 meters. The answer is 7 meters. The mistake is forgetting to convert units at the end. After multiplying or dividing, always check what unit is your answer in. Then convert to the unit the question asks for. Here are some practice questions for you. Pause the video and solve them. Question 1. A scale drawing uses 1:40. A door on the drawing is 2.5 centimeters wide. What is the real width in centimeters? Question 2. A swimming pool is 50 meters long. On a plan with scale 1:500, how long should it be drawn? Give your answer in centimeters. Question 3. On a map, 2 airports are 6 centimeters apart. The real distance is 180 kilometers. What is the map scale? Question 4. A living room on a plan measures 5 centimeters by 4 centimeters. Scale is 1:60. Find the real dimensions and real area. Pause now. Here are your answers. Answer 1. This is type 1. 2.5 multiplied by 40 equals 100 centimeters. Real width is 100 centimeters, or 1 meter. Answer 2. This is type 2. Convert 50 meters to centimeters, which is equal to 5,000 centimeters. 5,000 divided by 500 equals 10 centimeters. Answer 3. This is type 3. Convert 180 kilometers to centimeters, and that's equal to 18 million centimeters. Scale equals 6 to 18 million. Divide both by 6. 1 to 3 million. Scale is 1:3 million. Answer 4. Real dimensions. 5 times 60 equals 300 centimeters equals 3 meters. 4 times 60 equals 240 centimeters equals 2.4 meters. Real area. 3 multiplied by 2.4 equals 7.2 square meters. Here is your final challenge. An architect's floor plan uses a scale of 1 to 80. On the plan, a rectangular living room measures 6.5 centimeters by 5 centimeters. A kitchen measures 3.5 centimeters by 3 centimeters. Question 1. What are the real dimensions of both rooms? Question 2. What is the real area of each room? Question 3. What is the total combined floor area of both rooms? Pause and solve all three. Let's solve, step by step. Answer 1. Real dimensions. Living room. 6.5 times 80 equals 520 centimeters equals 5.2 meters. 5 times 80 equals 400 centimeters equals 4 meters. Real dimensions. 5.2 meters by 4 meters. Kitchen. 3.5 times 80 equals 280 centimeters equals 2.8 meters. 3 times 80 equals 240 centimeters equals 2.4 meters. Real dimensions. 2.8 meters by 2.4 meters. Answer 2. Real areas. Living room. 5.2 multiplied by 4 equals 20.8 square meters. Kitchen. 2.8 multiplied by 2.4 equals 6.72 square meters. Answer 3. Total combined area. 20.8 plus 6.72 equals 27.52 square meters. So, today you learned what a scale drawing is and how the scale factor works. How to read and write a scale as a ratio. The 3 types of scale problems. Finding real measurement, finding drawing measurement, and finding the scale itself. How to read map scales and calculate real distances. How area scales by the scale factor squared, not the scale factor itself. And how to solve multi-room architectural problems using scale. In the next and final lesson of this series, we will go through the ratio word problems. A complete exam-ready session, covering every type of ratio problem you will face in grade 7 and 8. So, make sure to subscribe and don't miss it. And don't forget to follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. Thanks for watching. See you in the next lesson.